An Israeli official telling us that the Israeli War Cabinet met Sunday evening to discuss the fate of those 133 hostages who remain captive inside the Gaza Strip. But as the negotiations to try and secure their release have really broken down over the course of the last week, the key words now are military pressure. That is what the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu talked about in a video statement before that War Cabinet meeting, saying that Israel will soon land, quote, additional and painful blows and increase military and political pressure on Hamas in order to secure the release of those hostages. The Israeli military's top general, General Herzi Halevi, on Sunday, conducting a situational assessment to approve plans for the continuation of the war in Gaza. Reading between the lines, what he appears to be talking about is a coming ground offensive in Rafah, and that was also the subject of this Israeli War Cabinet meeting on Sunday evening. Israeli officials last week told me that they had delayed plans to begin evacuating Rafah, a key step towards a ground offensive, as Israeli leaders debated a response to that Iranian attack last weekend on Israel. But with that military response now out of the way, Israel's war cabinet appears to be turning its focus back on that coming ground offensive in Rafah. And we know that this will have potentially deadly implications for Palestinians. More than 1 million Palestinians, many of them displaced from their homes elsewhere in the Gaza Strip, currently living in that southernmost city in Gaza. And there are still major questions about exactly where they will be evacuated to, how that will all work. The Israeli government has provided assurances to the United States that people will be provided with food and shelter when they are evacuated, that these evacuations will indeed happen before military operations really begin in earnest in Rafah. But now the question is, how soon could that potentially happen? We know that this is likely the next step, but it's unclear exactly how long that evacuation will take and then when we will see Israeli troops actually move in to Rafah. Jeremy Diamond, CNN, Tel Aviv.